So, what am I up to today? My tunnel light has been failing me off and on. So here we have what I'm going to put in as a new tunnel light. I've already opened it once. Check it was all in there. Put some brackets. And one LED lamp. I actually have two of these. I bought two in case one's not bright enough. I can put a second up on the opposite side. I think one will be bright enough. The reason I bought two, one was $7.99 and two were $8.99. So I got a spare for £1, worth keeping, and I might have something else lined up for it. We'll see about that in the future. So let's get on with making this video, shall we? Me installing a new tunnel light. Of course, this is not a how-to video. I don't do how-to videos. This is a how I did it video. Hi guys. Today I'm going to bring you a little DIY video. I'm sat here in the well deck at the moment. A little bit out of the breeze here because the wind's coming from over the top of the boat. I'm going to be changing my tunnel light. I've had little problems with the tunnel lights in the past. The first time this occurred was a couple of years ago in the summer when I was coming back down the Llangollen Canal. And I came into the Crick Tunnel and I just entered the tunnel and the lights went out. Fortunately, I was following a boat through, so I caught up a little bit closer and followed them through, and there was no incident. Well, last year I was just about to go through Harecastle Tunnel, do the light checks, and guess what? The light wouldn't work. Well, I played around with it a bit and fiddled around, and it seems like there was some loose wires within the actual light unit itself, and after playing around with the bit, it came on. Fortunately, I got through the tunnel with the light on, but just before that I'd actually done the same tunnel going in the opposite direction, Harecastle Tunnel, and I couldn't get it to work. Fortunately, they lent me a big spotlight or torch, you could put on the front of the boat, one of these work lights, and I sat it on the front of the boat here, and I went through the tunnel with that. Yeah, that's not the best way to do Harecastle Tunnel, I can assure you. If you'd like to know something new about the channel I'm going to do, stay around to the end, because I'm going to make a sort of an announcement towards the end about something I'm thinking of doing. Not my original idea, it's come from you guys out there, and I've been asked this 2 or 3 times, so I might just do it. Stay around towards the end of the video and I'll tell you more about it. Well, I've just disconnected the old light. Here it is dangling. Now I'm just going to take the wires off. I'm going to put the camera down while I do this. I've got nowhere to actually sit the camera to show you what I'm actually doing. So here goes. You can see here that the wires have been taped together. I guess there's some terminal blocks underneath them. We'll have a look. So here goes, just taking off the tape here. I got a different tripod out so I could get it in shot. Hands are probably in the way. There we go, tape off. So disconnect those terminals. So there we are, there's the old light off. Now to put the new one on. Well, something I just found out where it goes through the bulkhead here, and there's like an encapsulated nut or welded onto the back of the bulkhead there for the brackets. When I put the bracket on and the light on, the new light, it was just catching the side there. Well, it was sitting there, but you couldn't tilt it. It was right up against there, so you couldn't actually angle it. So what I've just done, in my wisdom, I've just drilled another hole into the brackets. I'm afraid I didn't do it on camera because I did it up on the roof of the boat where I got a piece of wood and just drilled down through it. But that's what I've just done. So now to screw it all back up. Brackets caused me some hassle. When I fixed it back up, I've cleared this now, but the door, well, I measured it, I thought it would clear the door okay, but it's so close to the door, if you tilt it in any direction, the door's just catching the light. So guess what? I'm going to drill another hole in the bracket. Really and truly, the bracket's got nothing to hold, it's just got this little light to hold. So I don't think it's going to be detrimental to the strength of it at all. Anyway, let's go ahead and drill another hole. So here we have it. It looks a bit of a mess now. I moved it over first of all, a little bit, so it brings it away from here. I need to lift it up as well at the same time. So here's another hole. As I say, it hasn't really got to do much, this bracket. It's only got to hold that little light up. So here goes. Fortunately, it's exactly the same thread on this new bracket. It was the old bracket I took off. Right, so here we go then. I've got the new one in. Just going to tighten that up by hand as far as I can. So now going tight on that in the back. Yep, I'm going to have to use a spanner. 14mm on here. I don't have any sockets, so I've got to use a spanner. It'll be quicker with a socket, but you have to use what you got. I know it's not cross-threaded, so hand-threaded most of it in. It's probably a bit rusty, that old encapsulated or welded-on nut at the back. Right, let's line this up now. Right, let's go throw the door across there. Put this into there where it goes. And see on top of that door whether it's level or not, look, by the gap. That does leave a nice gap there now, it's going to miss it, so that's good news, that worked. It's not hitting here again, of course, anymore. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So tighten that up where it is. I moved it over so far, it's a job to get the spanner there. What I will do is, I should get the black paint out later. I haven't got any at the moment, and just paint it over so it's well, I've got the black paint, I just haven't got it out, that's what I should say. There we go. Right, that's nice and tight now. That I think is about level. I'm going to connect it up. What different coloured blooming leads here. Well, black should be negative, shouldn't it? So we're going to go that one being negative. Although they've got black paint on them all, I have no idea that one being positive. I have some heat shrink tube here. Rather than using black tape to put back over it, I'm going to use some heat shrink tube. So I'm going to cut off a couple of bits that'll cover that. Up over there. Should be that one, I think. Reconnect that back up. Put that heat shrink tube back over the top of that. Right, that one's good to go. Let's also get over this connector here. I might change the terminal. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and get a new terminal and crimp on a regular terminal which has not got the insulation over the top. I don't need it because I'm going to heat shrink it in. I'm just going to cut that terminal off. New terminal on there. Ideally, I should have leaded these ends, but that would be ideally. But I don't have a soldering iron, so it's not going to happen. Right, that's on there. That's crimped on there. Now I should be able to get the heat shrink tube up over the top of that, which I can. And I can clip that one up. Right down over the top like so. Now just to check it's working, I'm going to go and turn it on. Well, hey, working. I'm not owning a heat gun. I could do it with this. I expect a lot. Most electricians, sooner or later, once I'm in their day, used a lighter to do it with. Well, I'm not quite sure where we got to there, but of course, as I said, not having a heat gun or anything, I just use this just to put them on, and that's all pretty darn good now. Yeah, now to finish off. Well, now, what I would do, if I had some, well I do have some, is I'm just going to paint them black later, but I'm going to get on and get it fixed up now, because it's getting late in the day and I don't want it getting dark before I finish. I'm sure there's many electricians out there that's used their lighter before now, rather than the heat gun as they should, or a hairdryer or whatever. Right, now I'm going to put it that way up so the wire's coming out at the top, and I'm going to not put the bolt through from that direction because it won't fit. I'll put the bolt through from this direction. There we go, the bolt through. I have a lock washer I'm just trying to put on there. You can't see this, I know my arms are in the way. And then there's the nut. And I'll probably turn the nut. Just spin the nut on with my fingers here. Most of the way. I'll try and keep the wire out of the way so I can get to it to tighten that up. This is a 13mm spanner. Once again, you can't get much onto it for tightening. Not a lot of room, but I'm holding the bolt to the other end with my finger, so it's not turning. If it starts to turn, I have to get something to hold it with, which is just starting to do now. It's starting to turn. I don't have another 13mm spanner, so I'm going to have to go and find some pliers or something. Right, I've just got a pair of grips. There. I think that's tight enough. angle it back down. There we go. The wire I'm just going to tuck up in the back here for the main. I'm going to paint those yellow leads later, just so it doesn't look ugly behind there. But that's about level. Do the door check. Yep, that looks fine. Doesn't hit the door. All good. Quite happy with that. Another jobbed. Well, what am I going to do different? You probably know in the past, especially if you've been around a long time watching my channel, I like to occasionally go to a pub and have a beer, and I'll talk to you about it. And I try to take you to nice old English pubs, you know, oldie quirky ones, because those are the sort of pubs I like, and I know an awful lot of my American viewers also like them. I want to sort of expand on that slightly. Now, this is by no way going to be a weekly event. I'm not going to be Robbie Cummins doing the pub of the week, but I am going to do the odd beer review. This has become quite a thing that I've been asked for quite a lot recently. Why don't you do a beer review, Trev, when you go to the pubs? Well, I'm going to do it two ways actually. In the summertime, if I get to a nice pub, perhaps once a month, and get an unusual beer, I will do a beer review when I'm on location in the pub. Otherwise, there's a lot of good bottle and canned beers available right now, and I will do one here on the boat. Now, what you won't get from me is any beer reviews on lagers, golden ales and wheat beers. I just don't like them, so I'm not going to try them, because every one I would do, I'll go, yeah, horrible, which is not a reflection on the beer particularly, it's a reflection on my taste. So that's what I'm going to bring to you in the near future, the odd beer review. And I'm going to start off with some beers I was given by my brother for Christmas. So that's where we're going to starting point is going to be. And I'll record, I might do just one or perhaps two beers and compare them against each other. I'm not sure yet where it's going to go, but it's going to be a little video, perhaps once a month, on a beer. Well, what I did also forget to mention there is I might include some of these real nice cask ciders that are around at the moment. They were last summer anyway. These are mainly still ciders, served direct from the cask. I tried a few last year and I thought they were absolutely excellent. So it's going to be a beer and cider review. Well, that's brought us to the end of this video. Just me doing another little odd job on the boat, trying to improve safety really, because the tunnel light going out in the middle of the tunnel is not very nice, I can assure you. Anyway, the little how I did it video. I know a lot of you like those sort of videos, especially this time of the year. I can do those as sort of fill-ins because I'm not doing the cruising like I do during the summer. And I'm trying to get up with a few of these little jobs on a dry day like today and get caught up, so I'm all ready to go when we really go cruising properly again in the summer. Well, of course, a big thank you goes out to everybody out there that supports the channel in all the ways you do, which includes, of course, Patreon, PayPal, super thanks, channel memberships, sending me gifts. This goes on and on and on. It's absolutely incredible and it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, everybody. Of course, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe and click that old bell notification button. That way, YouTube might let you know when I upload a new video. But if you click the all button as well, that's all notifications, then I'm pretty sure they will let you know every time I upload a video. That just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.